Today, we honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man who devoted his life to ensuring that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are rights shared by all Americans, no matter the color of their skin. Dr. King urged all of us to stand up for things that matter and to use our talents to serve our community. More than 50 years have passed since Dr. King was murdered for his work. Yet his words ring true today. He told us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Dr. King had a dream of a world where everyone could prosper and thrive, where everyone is treated fairly and with dignity and respect. His actions helped to change the course of history, and they continue to inspire us decades later. He called each of us to action and asked what we are doing for others. We honor his birthday with a day of service, because as he said, we are all tied together in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Every person should have the opportunity to experience the full benefits of living, learning, and thriving here in Frederick County. We accomplish this by embracing equity and inclusion in all we do. In honor of his legacy, I have a proclamation to read. Whereas the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. continues to inspire generations of Americans who, like King, dream of living in a more equitable and loving society. And whereas we all owe a great debt to Dr. King, who bravely stood up against the injustices of his day, mobilizing thousands of ordinary Americans in a decade-long crusade for civil rights. And whereas Dr. King succeeded in securing voting rights for African Americans and many needed protections against discrimination, ushering in a new era in American history. And whereas we seek to continue Dr. King's important fight today in our own communities as we work toward ensuring opportunities for all, fighting racism wherever we encounter it, and rooting out all forms of discrimination as they still exist. And whereas we recommit each year to the values of freedom and justice for all in tribute to his life and legacy. Now, therefore, as County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I do hereby recognize January 16, 2023 as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Frederick County, and do commend this observance to all of our residents. It's signed by me, Jessica Fitzwater, the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, and presented this 16th day of January 2023.